We're going to start in 5A, and you looked at all 4 of those quarterfinal matchups in Class 5A. All of them were worthy of our Game of the Week crew, but we just could not resist an old-school backyard brawl between 2 old Jefferson County rivals. Of course, Pomona and Columbine hooking up on Friday night on the frigid tundra of Jefferson County Stadium. We'll send it out there to our own Marty Cesario.
You can't oversell this one. We have 2 of the best programs in the state in the past decade and beyond, and they happen to know each other very, very well as we're here deep in the postseason. Jay Madden's Pomona Panthers, the #1 seed in the tournament brackets, depends so much on Max Borghi. He's a threat to score from anywhere in so many ways, as a running back, as a return man, and watch out in punt formation. The leader of the defense for the Panthers, linebacker Garrett Zanone. A game note, the Panthers, #2 in the state in scoring defense. The #1 team in that statistic, the Columbine Rebels. Andy Lowry's Rebels have that, a great D, and they've also got that run game, led by Timmy Mullen, who's had an outstanding season running the football, and then there's quarterback Mikey Greibel, a red zone scoring machine, and also happens to be one of the best defensive backs in the entire state. We've got Big Black against the Rebel Brothers here in the playoffs on a very, very cold night. As you can see, one of these, very, very popular with the snow on the ground. It's the Pomona Panthers against the Columbine Rebels, your XFINITY Sports Report Game of the Week. The Columbine students are geeked up for this one. Why not? Quarterfinal action from Jeffco Stadium. Opening possession for the Rebels, 3rd and long, and the give to Tim Mullen. Huge hole, he is off. 69 yards when all is said and done, sets up the Rebels inside the 10. 2 plays later, a little improvisation by QB Mikey Greibel. Nothing to do on the pass, so the senior makes something out of nothing, and the finishing lunge into the corner of the end zone. Columbine strikes first. Pomona will answer right back. Opening offensive possession for the Panthers, and they close out the drive with this 2-yard touchdown run from Cameron Gonzalez, all tied up at 7 apiece. Next Columbine drive, trouble spot facing a 1st and 23, but that is not a problem for these Rebels. Again, it is Timmy Mullen right up the gut, and again, he is off to the races. This time it goes 58 yards. Rebels would punch it in 2 plays later to reclaim the lead, 14-7, 2:02 mark first quarter. Next Panthers drive, they get the ball to their playmaker, Max Borghi on the reverse. A nice run here for 12 yards. Pomona is on the move, but wait. Injured Panther on the play, and it is Max Borghi. Head coach Jay Madden and his staff looking on with obvious concern. Borghi would not return. To the second quarter now, Panthers with the ball again, and Ryan Marcus goes to the air, targeting Paydirt down the sideline, finds Billy Pospisil. What a play! 40-yard score. Pomona has tied the game up at 14-14. That would be the score as the teams headed to the locker room. To the third, Pomona would start to take control. They go right down the field and punch it in on the opening possession. Drew Johnson moves his man. Cam Gonzalez goes right through and registers his 2nd score of the game. The Panthers take their first lead of the night. 21-14, run the flag. Fast forward, still in the third, now 28-14 after another Marcus to Pospisil TD toss, and Columbine facing a 4th and 7. Greibel rolling out to pass, fires a dart to Ted Mullen, climbs the ladder to get that one. Drive is alive. Same possession, now in the 4th, and the Greibel to Mullen connection would work again. 17 yards on the hookup. Columbine gets the score they need. Right back in the game, down 28-21. Rally flag, other side. But Pomona was relentless in the second half. First play of the ensuing drive, the Panthers put this thing right back at a 2-score game. Marcus to Pospisil, nearly picked up, but Billy stays on his feet, secures it, and outraces the Rebels secondary. 3rd touchdown for the sophomore wide receiver, and just like that, it's 35-21, 11:32 mark, 4th quarter. Later in the 4th, now 42-21, and the Panthers' D kept coming. Garrett Warner shooting through the Rebel line, untouched, and will take down Logan Dearment for the big loss. And the Panthers are on to the Class 5A semifinals. Just want to ask you, you had an amazing performance tonight, 3 touchdowns. How were you able to do that?
It was up to the line, and the line gave me a lot of time, gave Ryan a lot of time to, give him time, throw the ball.
We had to come out. We faced adversity right away in the first quarter when Max went down, but we all knew we had to keep our heads steady, and we had to come out in the rest of the second quarter, and then the second half we had to come out steady and come out and get a win.
What were the conversations once you knew you lost an all-state running back to be able to overcome that?
Everyone knew it was on everybody's mind, but nobody was talking about it. We had to think about what we had. We can't think about what we lost. We had to think about what we had, and we had to come out and come together as a team. We had to come together as a team to get this win.
You know what? I mean, I don't think the offense even talked about it. You know, they just said, "Hey, the other guys got to step up," and we've got a lot of great players, and they get overshadowed sometimes because we have so many really great players that the other kids got a chance to shine tonight.
You talk about the offense. Statistically, they were the #1 scoring defense in 5A. How'd you score 42 points on that team?
Well, we knew we were going to throw the ball a lot, and that panned out. We attacked them deep, attacked them short. We just knew we were going to try to knock our heads against the wall and try to run it up the gut all day, and we spread it around. And when you have to cover out the 53 yards wide and 100 yards long, it makes it tough to play defense.
1, 2, 3,
Well, that's everything we wanted in an entertaining Jeffco rivalry game deep in the postseason. How about the Pomona offense? They lost an all-state running back, still put up 42 points on the #1 scoring defense in Class 5A. Big shout to Ryan Marcus and Billy Pospisil, connected for 3 touchdown passes. And now Big Black is moving on to the semifinals. I'm Marty Cesario for the XFINITY Sports Report.
All right, Marty, appreciate that. It's our Vectra Bank game of the week. And Pomona, boy, how about the firepower? Again, Max Borghi goes down. It does not phase Pomona in the lead. And again, that's a Columbine team. I don't think they like facing Pomona anymore in the postseason. 3rd consecutive year that Pomona has ended Columbine season. In fact, you go back further, it was the 4th time in 5 years that has happened. Pomona on to the 5A semis. We'll have more 5A football coming up for you later in the show.